blood smear on the door. What does that tell us? Now, Miss Osteraas was asked where it came from. One of you asked her where it came from, and she's given several different responses to that. You know that one of her initial responses had something to do with one of the boys getting injured, and maybe that child was bleeding. And then a second possibility she raised was maybe one of the firefighters when coming in, maybe they were responsible for it. And in her testimony, I believe it was late yesterday, she said that she thinks that she might have been the one who was responsible for that. But take a look at the photograph where it is on that door. Take a look at the diagram that Detective Whitbeck did for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that blood smear is way down here. Roughly 2 feet off the ground. You know from the DNA testing that it's blood. You know that Samantha Osteraas had some of her blood, and you can look at photographs, she had some of Madison's blood on her shirt. She had none on her pants. And you can do this in the deliberation room yourself too. Just walk and see where your hand goes. She's not going to be walking with her hand 2 feet off the ground. So where did the blood come from? And how did it get there? How tall is a 5-year-old? How tall is a 5-year-old who at the time is losing blood, losing fluid, just out of her body because of the burns that she's got on her body? Samantha Osteraas was hoping on hope. After she held in the tub, she was hoping on hope that things would get better. And while she was doing that, she put in her pajamas and she tried to go on as if it just hadn't happened. And then, when things didn't start turning for the better, they started turning for the worse. She started calling her firefighters, trying to get in touch with her firefighter friend down the road. How do we know that she dressed? Miss Osteraas told you that the pajamas, her explanation for how the pajamas got wet and got skin on them. She took out of the pajamas, she dropped them outside the tub, and then later, when she found she picked her up and her skin was essentially falling all over the place. That must be how it got on the toilet. That must be how it got in the toilet, although, to recall, in the toilet, that is wrapped up in tissue paper or toilet paper, so you can look at the photograph for yourself. But it was just falling, and that's how it landed. That's how the skin got on the shirt. That's how it got on the shorts. You're going to have these back in the deliberation room. And, well, let's start with the rug. You look at the rug today, and you look at it, and you're going to see that there's some staining on it. So take a good look at it. There's no skin. And that was right outside the tub. There's no skin. So the skin was not just, at that point in time, falling off. Now what you know is that she was pulling it off. Ms. Osteraas was pulling it off at a later time. When she saw it sort of clumping on her, she was pulling it off. Look at the shirt. And what you see on the shirt there, that's not skin dropping on the shirt. That's blood. That's bodily fluid. And take a look at the pattern. They're not drops. That's the pattern that cloth makes when it wrinkles. Take a look at the left arm. The arm that was burned. You're going to see blood and fluid stains on this shirt. And take a look right here. There's a little piece of skin here, and you can see it photographed too. Look at where that skin is. That skin right there is intertwined in the seam of the shirt. Skin that's falling off the body and landing isn't going to be intertwined on the shirt. A seam being taken off of a child who has severe burns, the seam is going to be the roughest part. That's going to be the part that removes some skin. That's where the skin is. And again, the pattern here is not a drop pattern. That is the pattern of a shirt that was worn by a child who was losing her bodily fluid because of her significant third-degree burns over the majority of her body. And the shorts. And recall, this little packet on the back side here is 237A. This is all skin that fell off when Detective Wilson was getting ready to send samples to the DNA lab and to Dr. Hess. But still on it, there's one piece that's stuck here. But this piece right down at the bottom, when you get back there, look real hard at that. Because much like the ones on the shirt, that one right there is really, it's almost become one with the fabric. It is stuck down into the rough surface of the fabric. That is not a piece of skin that fell and landed on the shorts. That is a piece of skin that came off of her body when Samantha Osteraas took these shorts off of her after she had already been burned. Use your common sense, ladies and gentlemen. Think about pulling off a Band-Aid or something like that. That's basically what happened here because her skin was so damaged. Pulling off the shorts was almost like a very big Band-Aid, and it removed that skin as it came off. What about the toothbrush? Well, the toothbrush had both her blood and her skin on it. So when you're asking yourself, why was her mouth bleeding? Consider that her toothbrush part Samantha Osteraas told you today that it was Justin's toothbrush. Whatever toothbrush had her blood, had her tissue on it. The state asked you to consider whether that is the actual explanation for why her mouth was bleeding. But what we know, based on the evidence, based on this evidence right here, is that, well, one of two things with these. Either was wearing her pajamas when Ms. Osteraas put her in the tub, but I told you that she wasn't wearing any clothes when she went in the tub. So probably not that. If not that, the only other reason why that skin would be adhered to those shorts, that shirt, the only reason why the stains on those shirts would have that pattern is if they were put onto her after she was burned and then taken off. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you may not know why. You're probably not going to know why Samantha Osteraas did this. Maybe she, maybe she was behaving badly. Maybe she was being particularly challenging that day because of the history that she had prior to coming to the Osteraas family. But you don't have to know, you don't have to agree why she did it. But during that time, after it was scalded, she put her in those pajamas. She hung everything up, and she hoped on hope that things would get better. But they never did. And then as things started to spiral downward, when she stopped talking, when she started zoning out, because the blood was no longer getting to her brain well because of her dehydration, she decided she needed to get some help. But she didn't call 911. Because 911 brings police officers in addition to an ambulance. So she tried to call her firefighter, neighbor. Not just once, not just twice. Neighbor 9 times to his wife, a couple of times to him. She didn't pick up and run down the street trying to find him. She didn't run around frantically asking neighbors, banging on doors, asking for help. She did not do any of that. She tried to call people she knew. She Googled, trying to find something that might help. And all the while, the clock was ticking. She didn't call 911 because she knew that she had done a bad thing. She knew, just like I told you when she took the stand, she knew that she put her in a tub that was hot. She knew that she could not get out of the tub because she was holding her down. She didn't get burns on her hands because she was using a pink towel. And then after pulling out, she hoped and hoped that it wouldn't be quite as bad as it seemed to be becoming. And finally, she called 911. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Osteraas caused these injuries. She put her in that water. She held her in that water. And then she delayed seeking medical attention while she hoped on hope that things would spiral back up instead of continuing to spiral down, but they did not. Because of her actions, because there's no other way besides intentional or knowing to hold a child in a tub, she's guilty of count 1. Intentional or knowing child abuse.